The phone says Google Live, but I believe there is a secret Google Live page that everybody always listen at my phone and watch through my camera. And I'm smart enough to know that. Okay, everybody need to acknowledge that things like that go on. Okay, what I want to get into today, I read a topic. It was about this kid. He had brung some cookies to his school, and the cookies were baked with ashes from someone who died. And I sympathize with all those children that ate those cookies. I think the story came out of California somewhere, but my heart goes out to the ones who ate those cookies. But what the media needs to do and what law enforcement should do for something like that happen is to learn where the kid learned that from. Who could have influenced the kid to put that shit in them cookies? Who did the kid hear say put ashes in cookies? The kid heard that from somewhere because children are recorders. Who told the child to do that? They need to interrogate the child based on that to prevent other people from doing it because I don't want to go get no Krispy Kreme donut with Ray Charles ashes in that motherfucker. And they got people like that. You need to find out who they are and find out where they get that information from. Run a whole sting. They could lock everybody up in the ghetto for selling coke on one day. You need to find out who out there doing witchcraft, putting shit like that in food they baking. Because I'm guaranteeing you that you, the media just put something out there. They only showed the story, I think, on a news clip. That should have made national headline news. But for the fear of the bakery, and they if that shit real like they say, and that's some sort of cult shit we don't know about, putting ashes up in some motherfucking cookies or some witch bread, putting dog piss in some motherfucking bread. We need to know about this shit. They should alert the masses of people and do research and learn more about this. Don't just overlook some shit like that because that's something that's serious and that's something someone else had to have done in order to lead that particular child astray to do that, which in that manner. Why would you put ashes in some cookies? That's some symbolics. That's some shit they do in a synagogue somewhere in a foreign land. That's not something that I want to do the rest of my life. Is put ashes in somebody's food. Think about that. That's diabolic. You must watch that child the rest of his life. You must interrogate to see who else doing it. Now, it's spiritual wickedness in high places. It's people in high places can do shit like that to people they don't like. And that's diabolic. And they need to write shit like that as a law. Don't let the child get expelled. You need to write some kind of law that prevents anyone from doing some shit as inhumane. And that should fall in the category with the cannibal law, some sort of federal law, because that's sick and pathetic, man. That's very degrading. I mean, they say no sin is greater than the other, but I look at those in the gay community versus this person who put uh, ashes in these cookies worse than anything could have. I would have never. I'm not about to touch no shit like that there and talk about putting it in nobody food. I don't want to touch nothing like that. Period. The fuck I want to touch somebody ashes for? So think about it. I mean, it's some strange thing, but y'all people just need to make sure that this is a top threat security issue because you do have people inside the country. Uh, they got over 7,800 million people on the no-fly list. Why not put people on the no-fly list that's gonna sit there and do satanic shit to the food like that? Put motherfucking ashes in somebody's food and bake that shit. You need to put people like that on the no-fly list, man. That's out the back. There's no way in the world I let no shit like that get by. I just couldn't see it. That's top threat. I mean, but I don't know. Maybe he may be some kind of government kid. He doing some kind of. I'm sure Adolf Hitler did shit like that though, and they didn't put all that in the book, but I'm quite sure he did. Some kind of biological mind control. You might start acting like the person who ashes you put in the cookies. He could have came up with some shit like that. It's strange shit been happening since these people released this Adolf Hitler Mind Comfort book. And white people said that the safest way to hide something from black people is put it in a book. Okay, take that there. Don't take that as a parable. If they put it in the book in their house and they put it on the book on the shelf for Barnes and Noble, the book in the black neighborhood not gonna say the same thing as they book in their house. They're not gonna let you read what they read. After all, it is your master. It took your master 500 years to take away things from the Bible he didn't want you to read and edit it and make it suitable for you to read. If you found the Bible in the slave master house, you was in the house cooking grits for master and eggs, and you made some turkey bacon. If turkey bacon was operating, I don't know for sure. And you didn't have to pick no cotton because you was a good cook for master. You happened to stumble on some shit in this room. Hold up, this is a book, the Holy Bible. And then you be like, Master done killed everybody for reading this. He don't come back. He out there in the field over the slaves picking cotton. I might go read something. And them people had fiber optic cameras in their house then because they invaded the planet. So when he seen the slave reading shit in there he wasn't supposed to read, he got rid of that house slave and got another one out the field. You own, boy, you got a new position. Probably, they wouldn't want you to see them niggas. Like they either took them underground to a dungeon or either they got rid of them. I'm quite sure if you read it, it had to have been serious. The original word was they spread it out to everybody, all the white people, and they didn't want nobody black to read it. What did it say in there about them? I mean, y'all can comment in the section and just let me know what you think about the situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to expand and open my mind, and I'm accepting this new energy that's into the world right now. It feel like back in 1980 something. You know what I'm saying? It's like the time to roll back. So I am feeling this new essence, and I'm steady keeping my mind focused, getting that sunlight, meditating to the planet. Meditate. I meditate to the planet. You can't convince me to meditate to something otherwise that I can't really see. Whatever I see and it's providing for me, like you have a mother and a father, and you look to them as a child, and they providing for you. That's your God. And in the scriptures, say, honor thy father and thy mother. You know what I'm saying? So honor them both. You only honor mother, father, and your creator. I honor my creator. I don't honor mother and father. The creator is everything to me. And that creator is the world. That's this world. This world. If we can't, all right, these people call us niggers. Where let's define what niggers mean. That means the inner part of a tree. And when these people invaded Atlantis, they seen us coming out of trees. We came out of trees. The trees opened up and we came out of them. We are the earth. That's the fact. It's not no coincidence. It's something that they hide from us, but that's the only logical answer. And that's why they fear trees. They are bipolar when they see a lot of trees. When white people stay in a part of town, they chop all the trees down, or they chop black people head off if they don't chop the trees down. And it has been that way ever since the industrialized and the colonization of Atlanta by these arts. So being that they say that we are niggers, we come from the tree, that's a nigger. That's their word and their interpretation of what they feel about it. But I say we are earth. If we come from the earth, we are the earth. We are the gods of the earth. If we come from the trees, so be it. We come from the trees. The trees are with the earth and the root is in the earth. Everything the root is the earth. Where do the roots go? If your flesh is nothing but a seed, your life is a seed. You can bring forth things from your seed. Everything you do in this world, and you go back into the ground, you are nothing but a seed, and your energy and the way that you felt about life is gonna come back out in the world as an energy. That way everybody will have your essence and your way of thinking. And but we got all this negative shit going on now, and this negative energy that's their energy is escaping out, and they're putting forth this energy that's not of the energy of the essence of my energy. And it's getting thick. And you know, I pray for the world. I pray for the world, only this earth. I pray for this earth to use its original antiseptic to sterilize and clean and pure. Leave the pure at heart here who wants to take care of this earth, grooming the earth. Don't sit there and throw no beer cans down on the earth, which is giving you life. Why would you throw a beer can on your Lord? That's the only Lord this earth. And they can come up with names or whatever. I'm just gonna just keep that in my mind that the earth is, you know, think this out. For God so loved the world, the earth. It didn't say that he cared about everybody. He didn't care. For God so loved white people. For God so loved black people. For God so loved Hindu. It didn't say that because that's not what it meant. It meant the world. For God so loved the world. That means the earth. So if the Lord didn't say he loved all you different races of people, he only said he loved the world, that's that's because the Lord only can love itself. The world loves itself. The world got you here to groom and do your work in the world, take care of it. You nothing but a barber for the Lord in the vineyard of the Lord. You just a barber for the Lord. That's all you here to do, groom trees and make the Lord look good. But when you don't do that, you may have an extraterrestrial come here from another planet and look and see beer bottles and syringe needles from and crack spoons everywhere. They're gonna try to take the planet over. They don't care about this planet. So you got to be wise of what you do. You know, you got to be wise of what you do. And I illustrate my message. I inspire those coming up in the hood. I don't teach nothing negative in my teachings, and I don't act as a synagogue. I don't act as anything with a title of religion. I act as one that came from the earth, and that's all I can think about. I don't care about what's else out there in the universe and other planets in the universe and what the God is of that planet. I don't care about. I only care about where I am, and that's the only thing I acknowledge. That which I am, that which opened up and gave me this life to walk around. Really, I look at it as life giving me this physical form, and after that physical form, you're the earth again. Realize that all of the elements that you see is people, because you every element you see around you, whether it be a heater, a fan, a lamp, in your flesh, in your DNA molecules, if you are aboriginal, you possess all of those materials. So watch for the fake narcissists and give yourself a pat on the shoulder when you do a good deed for this earth. That's all you entitled to represent. What are you doing in earth? Are you selling crack? Are you stealing CD players out somebody's car? Or are you grooming the earth? cutting grass. Hey neighbor, can I cut your grass for free? Shit like that. That if people can't, you see they too old to cut their grass, volunteer to cut their grass. Take care of the earth. You should never have no community like mine. In my community, where they may have a house where it's abandoned and the grass grew up that tall. Somebody should go get a lawnmower out their shed and cut that yard. 3 or 4 people. Don't let the whole community cut back because you see one yard and cut. Well, we ain't gonna cut the yard. We gonna wait on the city to make them cut the yard so the city can make the money. Why? But that's gonna come out your tax. Why not everybody get a lawnmower and cut the yard if you see the grass to help? They got a yard right around the corner from me. I'm talking about the grass up to the roof. And they talking about neighborhood watch. The neighborhood watch should walk the walk as well as post the banner. The neighborhood watch supposed to watch for grass growing that tall because that is a hazard for mosquitoes, snakes, encephalitis poison, all kind of shit. Why would you let grass grow there? If you see somebody grass that tall in the neighborhood watch supposed to come out with neighborhood watch t-shirts and cut that person yard for them. That's what that's supposed to be for. These people that took it out of context. These arcs. Neighborhood watch was something that we people in the motherland, neighborhood watch. They learned everything from us. Moses taught them all the words. Neighborhood watch. So that's people in it. You didn't that mean if you had a neighborhood watch community, you didn't have to have no fences in your backyard. Why would you have to have fences if you had a neighborhood watch? By having fences, it is a segregated neighbor watch. You segregate the neighborhood. Segregate. And that's the main issue I push. And that's just a rant. Leave your comments and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the people who inspire me, Brother Ben X, B Miles, the Advice Show. And it's a lot of people, Dr. Mummy Rocket, everybody that inspired me, I listen. I mean, even Farrakhan, man, sometimes, I'm saying, even Church Militant. I listen at all aspects that's on here. I don't judge nobody. I listen and I absorb messages. And what I'm saying? So I don't judge nobody for their religion or what they do and knock them. So subscribe to this channel, like I said, just stay up on topics that I come with.